So this video from Stephen Greenstreet is going mega viral right now for a multitude of reasons. Mostly because apparently it's a UFO over New York City which appears to be dripping other UFOs. Now, if that's not enough context to kind of get you a little bit salivated at the mouth, then I don't know what will be as a UFO enthusiast, because obviously those are a bunch of buzzwords right there. We're talking about UFOs. We're talking about dripping other UFOs. We're talking about UFOs coming out of UFOs. Now, it's got the internet kind of divided, especially over on Reddit and X, as you can probably imagine, because people are like, oh, it's come from Stephen Greenstreet, must be real. A lot of people are like, well, actually, if it's come from Stephen Greenstreet, it can't be real. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to talk about all of the different things. But there's also sightings that are coming out of Saudi Arabia, which seems to show another jellyfish UFO. And we've got Representative Eric Burleson, who's made some pretty, a clip of Eric Burleson shortly after the hearing, who has made some very promising promises. Let's just say that for the very least. Now, first of all, we're going to talk about this Stephen Greenstreet video because it's kind of going everywhere at the moment. Take a little look at this video.
Bro, am I bugging?
Huh? What?
Look at that out there. Do you see it out there, bro?
All in the distance?
Yes.
Bro, this shit is back.
That shit
disappeared.
is
It
so
came
bright.
back. Look how bright that shit is.
Now, a lot of people obviously have kind of speculated, this is just nothing more than just a water droplet falling down the screen. But then obviously you can kind of see through the window, the door's open, the window's open, and it doesn't appear to be any rain. Now, the video shared has caused quite the stir because it captures an unusual aerial phenomena over New York City where a bright light appears to quote-unquote drip and other lights, a phenomenon that has been documented in historical accounts dating back to 700 AD, as noted in discussions on platforms like Reddit, for example, suggesting a pattern of similar sightings over not just decades, but actually centuries. Now, the footage seems to be taken from inside a room, looking out at the night sky. It shows primarily a light source that seems to be releasing smaller light, a behavior that aligns with modern and historical reports of UFOs quote-unquote dripping materials, potentially indicating a recurring unexplained aerial event that challenges conventional explanations. Now, Stephen Greenstreet is known for his investigative journalism and presents this footage without a definitive explanation, which obviously leads to a lot of speculation online with people just kind of running their own thoughts and narratives about it. It has been shared widely by a lot of other sources across X in particular, but based on the information available and the context provided, it's actually challenging to definitively determine whether the object is actually a UFO. So the evidence to support that this could be a UFO, right? Let's just play devil's advocate here and, play the game. There's obviously unexplained nature. So the video shows a bright light that appears to drip other light from, which is a phenomenon that has been consecutively explained. The lack of flight logs in the area at the time, as mentioned by the witness, also adds to the mystery. There's also a historical precedent, so similar sightings have been reported historically, such as the 1984 Hudson Valley UFO sighting, and events that even go far back as 700 AD, suggesting a pattern of unexplained aerial phenomena. There's the witness testimony, so the person who captured the video, as interviewed by Stephen Greenstreet, maintains that this remained unidentified, which led to some credibility to the UFO interpretation. And there's the infrared filter. The use of the infrared filter, as noted by the witnesses, might suggest an attempt to capture something not visible to the naked eye, which could be indicative of an unusual object. Now, obviously, there's also, we're gonna play both sides of the field here. We're gonna talk about the suggesting alternative explanations, because we can't just look at these things, go UFO, and instantly be like, yeah, everyone's just going to believe that. So there's camera artifacts that could be playing into this. Historical cases, such as the one mentioned from the thread 2 from 2021, have been explained as camera artifacts due to imperfections on the lens and slight shifts in the camera, which could cause the light to appear to drip or move unusually. There's also skeptical reactions, like from many users across X who express skepticism, pointing out a common issue of poor quality videos in UFO sightings, which often leads to misidentifications. There's also the projection theory, so many people have suggested that this video might be a projection of an old video onto a window, which is plausible, an alternative explanation if the lighting and the reflections could be replicated in such a manner. And then you've also got the natural or man-made objects. The web search results mention other sightings in New York that turned out to be natural, for example, birds or balloons or man-made satellites or rocket launches, indicating that many UFO reports have been conventional explanations. Now, at this current time, obviously, it does remain unexplained. Does that mean that it's necessarily alien? Not necessarily. But what is very interesting, that there was a video that has come to light from the 14th of September 2025 from Saudi Arabia. Now, you may remember back in January of 2024, Jeremy Corbell released the jellyfish UFO, right? Which was from, I think it was Iraq. And, similar kind of location to where this video was filmed. And this is the video that has come out from Saudi Arabia. Very little detail to come with it, though. Now, obviously, something is moving across the sky. It does look very similar to the one over the US military base in Iraq, but some claim that it's a new Saudi mail system where mail is delivered by jetpack men. But it seems incredibly unlikely that that is the case, because obviously I've never heard of jetpack men delivering your mail. I mean, it is in Saudi Arabia, so stranger things have happened, but let me know what you guys think about that. Now, the big talking point that I want to talk about now is obviously straight off the back of the UFO hearing from September of this year, held by Representative Luna. Obviously, Representative Burleson was there. He's a big notable part of the UFO community, really kind of spearheading a bit of transparency into the UFO topic. And he said that he's ready to verify names and subpoena people off the back of this. So, that's quite a bold promise to make. Let's take a little listen to what he had to say.
What did you think of George Knapp here naming some names today?
I've got some names.
What?
I want to go over with you. I've got some names I want to go over with you. People that we're looking at potentially subpoena.
Well, I will help add some names to that list.
So are you serious about subpoenaing names? Like Luna said that
That's what I was requesting.
Yeah.
That's what I look at. Again, I think we've had enough talk. It's time to bring the people in. It's time to shake things up. And otherwise, nothing's going to break loose. It's just going to continue to be the status quo.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that. But the difference is whether he will follow up on that. Obviously, promises are made, promises are forgotten, promises are broken, promises are kept. Which one will this be? That's what the question is on everyone's lips right now. Obviously, it's bold talk to say, yeah, we're going to subpoena names, we're going to bring people in, we're going to talk to people, we're going to make things happen. Make it happen. That's all there is to it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comments below. While you're down there, jump scare the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.